Hello, today we're talking about a brand I love too much. I actually made a trip from Sydney, Australia to Naples, Italy to visit the creators of this brand. And here it is. This is what I'm talking about. It's still from Mendittorosa. It's called Eat. This is the first bottle of Mendittorosa, and I believe this is the 7th bottle from Mendittorosa in my collection. The idea from this bottle is it's inspired by this island, Stromboli Island in Italy, and there is a volcano and local people call it Idu. There are 4 active volcanoes in Italy, and Mount Stromboli is one of them. It's been quietly erupting for thousands, if I remember it correctly. It's been thousands of years, and you often can see the lavas coming out, and people call it the lighthouse of Mediterranean. In the early 20th centuries, there were thousands of people living on the island, but ever since it erupted several times, and the biggest one was, I believe, in 2019. And after quite a few eruptions, people started moving away from the island. So by 2016, there were only about 500 people living on the island. So before the island, I visited Stefani in Naples. Their studio is in Naples. It's on the hill. They have amazing view, and I visited their house and studio where they make the magic happen. We talk basically like a whole day, and she introduced me to this special island which inspired her to create this brand. So I basically changed my travel trip and made a special trip to this island. It is not very easy to get to. You have to take a ferry, and the ferry took me about 4.5 hours. It's kind of like they only have a slow ferry to this island. And it's not very touristy, which was amazing. So when I arrived, I understand why there weren't a lot of people visiting at that point, because it was erupting, and it was kind of it was on the national news, and I thought it was beautiful, but when I posted the footage on the Instagram, people actually got scared looking at it. I stayed there for 4 days. The whole experience was just purely spiritual. It is so special to see people living on one side of the big volcano, and the volcano just quietly erupting on the other side for thousands of years. I want to talk about the notes a little bit. Like, essentially, it is still a bottle of perfume. For me, this one is warm and spicy. Spicy as it opens with clove, a lot of clove, but when it quiet down on your body, it started getting a little bit sweet, and for me, the amber part is really coming out. So the warm is not kind of like not hot warm. It is more like an autumn day. It is getting cold, but imagine yourself sitting on the couch and holding a cushion to keep yourself warm. That kind of warm and safe energy. This is what I got from this bottle of perfume. It is a beautiful work and creation from Mendittorosa, but for me, this is not normally what I like, because essentially it is still quite linear. I mean, it is beautifully made, and I can tell it is popular because when people smell it, it's very acceptable. What really made me to purchase this perfume was the afternoon and the time I spent with Stefania and her partner in their place. We talked so much about perfume, what I liked, and about my life experience and what I've been doing this summer. And coincidentally, there were a lot of volcano experience during this trip. So she basically just be like, hold on, I think you're gonna love this bottle. So she brought the bottle to me and introduced me the whole background story, how she got inspired from Idu, and from that created the first bottle of Mendittorosa. While I was editing, I just remembered she also gave me a piece of the stone from Stromboli, which I still carry it in my bag every day. At that point, even I knew it's definitely not my favorite bottle of perfume in terms of the notes, but I still want to collect it because I want to memorize this beautiful summer experience, the beautiful stories we exchange. And for me, this is the beautiful part of collecting perfumes. Just imagine years after, when I sniff this bottle of perfume, I still can vividly remember this one hot summer day in Naples and Stromboli. All the beautiful stories I was told. Maybe at that time, Stromboli will still be erupting. And also just imagine being the volcano erupting for thousands of years. That's crazy. So yeah, this is my story of Eat from Mendittorosa. In terms of buying purchase, I think this one, it's actually, I would blind buy if you really like warm and spicy notes. But I think they definitely have sample sales and you can have a sniff, and is widely distributed in many perfume stores now. Definitely go have a sniff. But what I love about this brand is always the storytelling. It's always a story behind each creation. You can really tell they put really good energy into each bottle, which I love. And yeah, this is the review of Eat from Mendittorosa. I'll see you next time.